up, everybody? That's how. What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into the Black Ramen Podcast. I myself, Chatty Patty, aka Madam Straw Hat, aka the Celestial Freaking Dragon, and I have with me.
Hello. This is Sleepy Bree, Tea Sippin' Bree, as always.
That's it? Alright. Hey, what's up, people? This is Derby, aka Sexual Chocolate. Just realized my mic is mad far from me.
There it is. There it is.
There you go.
Feel the vibration, ladies and gentlemen. That is her.
What's up?
Oh, gosh. Well, if you're listening to this, happy Valentine's Day, guys. Kawaii. So this is officially our Valentine's Day episode. Yeah, we just want to show you guys so much. We just want to say we love you guys and hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day month. If not, we are Black Ramen will always be your Valentine. So if you're not
That's
out,
a little sad for you.
Wasn't that sweet? That was nice, right?
This is our first time doing a Valentine's Day special, isn't it? Like one specifically on theme for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I think that was as good as time as any because we actually have some pretty decent romance anime going on in this current winter 2024 season. I feel like last year was like kind of lackluster, but right now,
Whoa! You forget 100 girlfriends.
I am going to include that. Okay, fine. I admit. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I judge a book by its cover, and I give up on it before truly opening my heart. And the 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you was that anime. Did I have enough reallys?
Yeah.
There are 5, right? Really, 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 really love you.
Yeah, I believe there's 5. Yeah. Good. Just
yeah. Okay, sure. So yeah, this was a show that snuck right beneath my radar. I looked at it and I was pissed at the very concept. 100 girlfriends, really? You're going in the harem? I have to say, harems are now one of my least favorite genres. I think because they feel almost lazy. Because I used to love harems. Like Rosario and Vampire, delicious. To Love Rue, give me 3 more of those bitches. I have one harem. I think I've talked about on this podcast before. Entirely twins. This man moved back to his hometown and had a harem full of twins. Loved it. Over on High School Host Club, delightful. I was about that life. But at some point, I had given up. My heart had grown cold to the harem genre in anime. Just because one of the things I hate is a show that all the female characters are more treated as collectibles. Their only interest, only thought is, oh my God, I love this guy. And they like have no side plot lines, no interactions, barely any characters. So look at like one episode of interacting. The main character might like, I don't know, say, hey, you tripped, are you okay? Suddenly they're head over heels in love.
That's right.
And like, that's it for them. All of their IQ goes down the drain. And that's all. And after that one episode, he'll move on to the next one. They're not even valid characters. That feels lazy to me. And then I watched the 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. And damn it, when I say this is the One Piece of harem anime, what I mean by that, Oda does not forget a character. And whoever made 100 Girlfriends refused to forget. They, I think, went out with their homies one night, got super drunk, and someone said, haha, you can write one good character, but I bet you can't write 100. And they took that personally. They said, okay, you want to see amazing character development, fun designs, creative interactions between all characters and unique plot lines? I can't just write 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to write 100 of them bitches. And that manga right now is at Girlfriend 26.
100-something chapters in.
100-something chapters. Yeah.
I need to start collecting this manga because just based off the anime, I think they're going for it. It's no longer just a silly gimmick. It is a challenge that mangaka has taken on personally to say, I can make you love every single one of these 100 girls. We haven't met them yet. But hey, at least from the anime, I think they managed to get through the first 5.
If he has a family, just know he kissed them goodbye. He said, you know what, wife? This is bigger than us. I'm going to make sure this guy takes care of every single girlfriend and they all have a backstory and it's all going to be written here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is officially doing
Well
that.
written,
Like,
very endearing. I like the guy. I normally hate harem protagonists, but I like Rentaro. He's a lot of fun. And it was just a fun, silly, ridiculous show. I'm worried because next year when it comes time for awards, and I think 100 Girlfriends will be in it, how are they going to do best couple?
him and the harem. That's the couple.
For the first time, it's not just a harem. This is full on polyamorous relationship where everyone mutually agrees and likes each other.
Or maybe they just change it to best relationship.
Rentaro and his harem.
That's right.
Well, not Crunchyroll.
You don't know?
No, it'll be the what's the other one?
My anime list yearbook.
There it is.
Mm.
There it is. I feel like there are more how can I put this?
Open, free.
They're more open and free to have a category specifically for them. So I give it to them. I think they would do it. Yeah, that's not it's not a bad anime. It's a nice little romance anime, but you know what it's not competing against?
Let's hear it.
Sign of Affection, motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. Sign of Affection.
Okay.
Hold on, one more gunshot. Sign of Affection, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't believe in love, if you question what is love, understand
Baby,
me.
Baby, don't hurt me.
What is love? Love,
Concentrate.
love.
Right, you were saying, ma'am.
I can't concentrate if she moving the shoulders. You know, Boo moving the shoulders. You know, that is. She moving the shoulders. All right. So, Sign of Affection has been such a delicious and wonderful ride. If you guys doubted what love is, no, stop. If you guys question if it still exists in this world, watch this manga. I mean, watch this anime. Read the manga. Watch this anime. The way they played everything out is just heartstrings. It's just beautiful. The animation is beautiful. The animation is breathtaking. And also the way they brought awareness to this disability being deaf and how she has her own world. This is what had me at a standstill. This man came out of nowhere and she was like, how is it to be in your world? And he was like, it's okay, but I'm trying to see if I could be in yours.
The
Nigga,
way
the
that
way
has been tossing down lines that have me pausing and just
Apparently
screaming
before.
a little bit into my
The
like, how
pain
can you
has
be
been
that
told.
direct about it? Hey,
Listen,
let me into your world.
Homie
All
is
the
not here to
time.
play
Hey,
games
I've been
at
the
all.
way-
seducing us through the screen.
she wasn't even embarrassed. The way she turned around, she was like,
She did
and
a
he
full
was like,
dance
oh
in
my
the snow.
God.
She did a
It was
full little
beautiful.
dancey dance.
She did a dancey dance, Derb. She did a dancey dance. And I was just like, wow, this is really, really, this is really good. This is really good. It had me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait 2 more episodes because I can't do the episode to episode. This shit is really too good. But I love this romance anime. I don't have to wait. We all know what's going on. I don't have to wait for somebody to declare that they like each other. They like each other. They like each other. But the problem is the guy is still a little mysterious. You don't know what his intentions are, really. You know, we already see a little piece of the wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, he feels too good to be true sometimes. I don't
He
know.
does. He does. Because whenever a shorty come and she's riding the elevator up to his house with you and you're like, you know what I came here for. I'm like, for you to feel so free to do something like that, that means they've been doing some shit before. So I'm just like, I'm delighted to see this anime. This is something that we haven't seen in a long time. It gives me hope for shoujo. I want to see more of this.
Right?
And if
Because you know
not
what?
this, I want to see more office romance. Office romance gets me every time. We need Waterkoi season 3, 4, 5, all the seasons. Because Waterkoi was the shit.
I was thinking along those lines because you know what? Something about Sign of Affection, it feels a little more grounded. I
Mhm,
feel like, you can always trust anime to deliver a great fight, cool action,
mhm,
but kind of a more calm, down to earth romance.
mhm.
It feels different. I feel like we don't get as many of these. I do think Koi kind of did it. I'm absolutely adoring Cherry Magic right now because that just feels. I don't know. It
Yeah,
feels like
that's a little fantastical. You
it
know,
feels like it's
there's
a
a
little okay.
whole mind
Aside from
reading
the whole mind reading thing,
thing.
we're not worried about it. Just how they interact and react with each other. It's not a bunch of like some of the cliche, slap you in the face, he's a pervert, super dramatic. I have to like destroy the world for you or save the world for you. A lot of times
Yeah.
it's just people going to school, seeing their crush, cute, going to work, seeing their crush, love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's
Ooh.
soothing. It's nice to watch.
Oh,
We've
wait,
had
wait,
a
wait.
few
I
of these
got
in the past year. In the past few years, we had My Love Story. That was down to earth. Yeah, he was a bit
mhm.
brolic, but that's down to earth. He was just big.
Nah, it still
My
felt a
Love
little
Story was
extra.
good. I love My Love Story.
How was it extra?
I love that. Don't get me wrong. But what I mean is grounded in a way.
That
Maybe
wasn't
it's because
grounded
I
for
just
me.
don't get teenagers in love, so I like adults in love more.
I
Mm.
do too. I do
Right?
too.
Because we are starting
I
to
do
get more
too.
of those. Like, we're not in high school. We are grown ass adults
We're
who pay our
grown,
taxes
but
and we feel the dokey doke.
exactly. Show me you could pay your taxes, pay rent, and still take me out for sushi every now and then. I want to know how dedicated you are when life be lifing. And I feel like adults get it, especially if they are otakus. That's why I love Otakoi because they able to balance work, hobby, cigarettes, coffee, and relationship. And the fact that both of them love the same, not love the exact same weeb shit, which I love. She loves BL. He loves video games. He likes shonen. I think he shows a display of him like a shonen. They go to the bookstore. I meet you in an hour. I'll be back. They both in their own set. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Give me something like that that's mature, that I can relate to their problems if they have problems, which I'm pretty sure they do, because I'm not watching this with you. Let's move on to the next BL episode. And then we could go to the shonen a little later. I get it. That's real relationship problems. To me, it is. But I want to see more adult love stories. And I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want
trying
it
to
like
think
the
about the adult
children
one.
shit. It seems a little immature, a little sometimes, because it's
You
like,
get a little sick
oh,
of like the really silly ones, like, oh no,
yeah,
how
When
could
we
he
hold
do
hands.
XYZ? I
yeah,
want to hear
I don't want the
what
silly
is your
ones.
absolute like favorite romance trope you've seen in anime that like as soon as you see it in episode one, it's like, yeah, this is for me. What is your
Fireworks.
least favorite? As soon as you see it, no.
Yes, yes, they're
Joking.
fireworks
Joking.
and rain, beautiful rain.
I
If
will
you
kill
see
you.
rain,
I will
raindrop,
kill you.
why? If you see
Weekly
rain, yes,
Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Nighttime
yes,
Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
yes.
Yo, I
Okay,
love
go ahead, fireworks.
fireworks.
I love fireworks. I love fireworks because
My
of
blood
them.
pressure goes up every time I think about that. It's been like 8 years. It's
Yeah.
been like 8 years.
Now I tell my
I
husband
might have
whenever
got my
we're around
math wrong, but don't
fireworks, you
question
better
that.
tell me something important before. Don't tell me something during during the fireworks going on. Because if you say something sweet, I ain't gonna hear it,
I'm
and
all
you're gonna
about the
regret yourself
heartbreak
for the rest of
ones,
your
though.
life.
Did you say heartbreak? Derby,
Yeah,
explain yourself.
I don't know. I like plastic memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
and your line, April.
You know I did. I
Oh,
made you watch
monster.
it.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little messed up because I also like the I found out
Good.
too late type of thing.
Oh,
So,
that's a
the
great
Year
trope.
Lie in April when it gave the lie, be like,
Mm.
yeah, I know, but I found too late. In Free Run, not a romance, but yo, when it gave that flashback of Himmel and explained, like, oh yeah, you normally give this kind of thing to the person you love. 50 years after this dude died,
Mm.
oh, the way I broke for a second.
I break every time she does a flashback about him, and she realizes that damn, this was a good one right here, and I didn't appreciate him enough. I didn't appreciate it enough. And even when he got older and she came to see him, he was like, "You don't like me like this? I think I look cute, little and old like this." I was, he was still macking, bruh. I have no problems making porridge for him. He's the shit. I love him. Even
Right, but
with
just
truth or not.
the finding out too late, or like the
That always hurt.
retroactively realizing that they loved you all along. Oh my god!
Yo,
Oh my god!
it was always you. That's what kills me. That's what kills me. But Another one that I'm having a pleasure watching. Loop 7. I think that's a romance.
Seventh time Luke Princess.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's.
yeah.
I'm loving this romance.
Nah,
I'm loving it.
I mainly love it because of I get to rub it in Bree's face a little because she judged me harshly when I picked up the
Isekai.
I
manga
did.
for
I
this.
did.
No, I
It
picked up
looked
the
like
manga
the
for this,
most generic,
Mm.
like another girl gets reborn, but she's OP.
and I was like, "Yo, it's
But I
good."
don't love that romance as much as I love her. Because there's some shows and like some couples, I don't necessarily love you as a couple. I love this character, and I'm glad they're getting something they
I
deserve.
love her for sure.
In
Cause
Seven
it
Time
don't
Loop,
take her.
she's so cool.
I love her.
So
Cause
cool.
she don't care what
I
the
had
nigga
7
said.
lifetimes, I would accomplish what she did.
She don't care. Her fiance was like, "I am denouncing you as my fiance." She said, "Okay, hold on one
Bet.
minute. I
I
gotta
gotta
carry some
go.
catch. I gotta go."
Cool.
She
Can you hurry
completely
this
ran.
along?
Fuck that. The way she jumped out the window.
Oh, what,
I gotta save
literal
time.
second story?
If I cut through here, I'm gonna save like 2 minutes.
Yo, the way she took control of her life, she realized that, yo, when I die, when this dude didn't want to marry me no more, my mom and my dad turned their back on me. I had nothing. I didn't even have time to pack my clothes and run away. So now that I'm back here again, I'm no dummy. I am no fucking
Yo,
dummy.
but that's
I'm getting
from
the
the
fuck up out of
second
here.
time. Like it didn't take her like 3 tries to like start prepping. It was like the very second time she was like, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need
That's
this, I'm
it.
gonna need this, and I can
The,
make my way. Fuck
the
it.
way
Fuck
she lifted
Immediately
up
back
her
on her feet.
dress, the way she scooped up her dress in the train and she did that Yui, I'm like, I'm sorry. Hold that thought. And the guy's like, hold on. I'm not even finished with the set. She said,
I
you can
wanna,
continue.
I
I'm
practiced
done.
in the mirror.
Right?
And
I get it. I'm
everything.
dumped. I'm leaving. Yes, I'm a disgrace to the kingdom. Can I go now,
Yeah,
though?
that's it. And I
Bro,
feel
happy with your good luck with your next marriage, whatever.
that's
Moving
it.
on.
I don't really care. Like you're not really doing it for me. Do you understand? Like I was a merchant. Do you understand? I was a soldier. Do you understand? I learned magic.
I was
And
a scholar. I
all
was a scientist. I was a doctor. You
Right?
think I'm
all
worried
these
about getting
things.
dumped
By
No.
you?
by you?
Crazy, crazy. I love this show. I didn't think I was gonna love it like this, but I love it. And you know what's even horrible
Satisfaction.
about this fucking show? It's 12 episodes. I don't need 12 episodes. I need more than that because I need a backstory of all 7 lives. And I don't think I'm gonna get all of that in 12 episodes. And she has been just a delight. She's been refreshing. And her main focus has never been the dude. The dude was always after. I need to stop the war. So when I go back into another life, the war doesn't kill me. I've been
Mhm.
killed. Every single time I've been killed is because this nigga mad and started a war. I need to find out why. Stop it so I could go back and do the shit I want to do again.
Live a
Number
long,
8.
long life.
Actually, speaking of someone who finally, for once, didn't do it for Dick, that brings me to one of my least favorite tropes. Have we spoken about the end of Attack on Titan yet on this podcast? For some reason, I don't
Probably
think
not.
we spoke formally about the end of Attack on Titan. A wonderful, I would say, one of the greatest in anime history and manga history. It'll be up there right next to Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note easily. People will be watching it in 10, 20 years. Amazing, masterfully, gloriously written. Except, how you gonna flub that bit of the ending? Derby can attest to this. When, spoilers, if you have not finished Attack on Titan yet, here's your spoiler warning.
Ow.
You're welcome. Anyway, so when it got to
Indulging
the
in
end
Wow.
and it was finally ready to explain, hey, Ymir always had to obey King Fritz. 1,000, multiple thousand, I can't remember, I think it's 1,000 years later, could not disobey an order from his bloodline. She is bound to it, enslaved to it. Why could she never disobey? For Dick? If she was quote unquote in love with him, did is that what's this author's name? Did he run out of all his creative juice? Everything else a masterpiece, hitting it, nailing it. That's the best you can come up with. I'm going to stay enslaved, enslave all of my people, all of my children.
Ain't no dick that good to start genocide. I'm sorry.
Ain't no dick. It's genocide worthy.
Mhm.
I don't want to hear it. Men can fight over Helen of Troy. But Ymir's got to be better than that. We got to be better. I was so furious. A journey of 10 years since I've seen like Attack on Titan.
Mhm.
And that's what you gave me for this huge plot point of why the children of Ymir cannot disobey the royal bloodline. because he laid it down that good at some point that she
Homie laid it
couldn't get
down.
over it until Mikasa came. Props to Mikasa. Thank you, bitch, for showing how it's done. Like, yeah, I like that dick, but business gotta come first. Business gotta come first. I'll devote my life to it, but I'm still getting my shit done. And then I will mourn the dick, but the dick's gotta go.
Mikasa
Okay,
let her
thank you.
know.
I
Mikasa
had
wasn't
to.
even. This is the funny shit. Mikasa wasn't even part of the bloodline. She just invaded her space and said, "Listen, bitch, snap out of it. Let's go. Let's go." It's not even that good. He's not even here anymore. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look, this is my nigga right here. He not even it. I could cut his head off any day of the week. And I love this dude. I'm still wearing this stinky scarf he gave me. What's your excuse? Your nigga dead.
He's
Let's
mad dead.
go.
He's dead
What's your
dead.
excuse? Like, I was just like, wow. But yeah, that was a disappointment.
Right? Fantastic series all the way around. I would rate it a 9.99, but that 0.001 is for that.
Definitely.
Dick. So that is a trope I hate in it. I can't even blame anime for this. You see this in all kinds of media where a girl just like loses her brain because love comes first and the power of love. You know, did you see a Brother's Son? So this is a drama on Netflix.
Well, that wasn't for
cast.
that. He was just stupid.
No. I'm saying this in praise. Amazing cast. It's really fun. A few episodes long. But I won't say too much spoil, but there is just one character. She's a DA in Los Angeles, a district attorney who's like got goals in life, has missions, but all those missions, hopes, and dreams are threatened by Dick. My childhood friend, now grown up, glowed up, looking hot, six-pack, kill you with a chair leg, Dick. But
the way you say it like that, though, I don't know. Like,
we need a counter.
No, it's important. Again, this is the stress she went
I'm
through.
like, I'm still looking for the bad part. I mean, shit. You know, with it like that, I mean, you got to fight for love. No?
For better or for worse, I want to praise it because I think this is the first time in media, I believe it's the first time that I've ever seen, especially to this extent, a woman overcome the urge for the deed to the point where she sticks to her original plans. For better or for worse, does not matter. I have a plan and I'm not going to derail my plan just because he got a tight booty.
I remember
I like that.
I dropped power because of that. Because it was the lawyer chick who did that, and I couldn't make it make sense. Like she risked her career because she just wanted to date Ghost. I guess I don't know. I couldn't keep watching. People love this show, so. But moving on.
Wait, hold on. Before we, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know this. We've always said that when it comes to any form of anime recommendations, any drama, the go-to person is always Derbs. Anonymously, it's been voted in. If you didn't vote, oh well, you don't matter. But our friend group all said, hey, the person who has the best recommendations, even Bree said this, is Derby. Now, I know Derby for being a rom-com enthusiast because he watched a lot of rom-coms. Because every now and then I ask about, it's a good rom-com. It's okay. It's a good rom-com. So we haven't asked Derby what his romance anime for this season, his go-to, or the one that gives him the little butterflies. Derby, you still get butterflies? You get butterflies when you watch it? Do you? A nice love story, you get butterflies?
This season hasn't really done anything crazy for me. Like I'm enjoying it, sure. Like Sign of Affection when she did the dancey dance, that was fun.
That was so cute. I smiled. My husband was like, "You smiling? You know when you watch something, you smile. You don't know you're smiling. Somebody see."
I think the last one that did it for me, even though it doesn't fall into my definition of romance, but it will be when they finally like finish it. The last one that did it for me was Skip and Loafer. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, Sign of Affection, loving it, but it hasn't hit me there yet. It hasn't hit me like, ooh, I'm gonna recommend this like 10 years from now.
So why don't you explain your rule? for calling
All
it
right.
a romance or not.
So, for my rule for calling it a romance is very simple. All right. At least one or both characters have to, at the very least, admit to themselves that they love the other person. That's it. If no one has said it out loud or said it in their head like, fuck, I want that person, it's not a romance yet. Right now it's just a slice of life. That's it. That's the rule.
Okay, so Apothecary Diaries. Romance, yay or nay?
Nay. Because right now he's just toying with her.
Okay, what about Undead Unluck? Because I have to say, that is like shonen actiony, but I want to talk to the creator of Undead Unluck so bad. Because
Complete
this
nay,
is
by
just
the
like
way.
a wonderful well, do you say it's romance, yeah or nay?
Nay for Undead Unlock.
Yeah, interesting. I think
Neither
it
of
is
them
such
have admitted
an
it.
exciting, wonderful romance that I'm so
My rule
happy
is
to see.
very
'Cause
simple.
I think the only time I've seen a romance of this caliber where like both parties are equally main character, head to head, going into fights, relying on each other, and trying to build a relationship together has been like a manga called Double Arts that I read years and years and years ago, maybe even over a decade that I can hardly remember. I'm trying to think of any shonen, especially like Shonen Jump Battle Shonen, that has this level of like two characters where they're one mutually interested, like implied to be, and it's part of the plot line that their interest, specifically romantic, will grow as the story goes. Like it is a huge part of the plot of Undead Unluck that Mr. Undead sees Unluck and says, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to fall in love with me big time because I want to die, and the more you love me, the closer I am to my aspired death."
Yeah.
And we have seen her over the first few episodes so far, growing to like him more, enjoy him more
But
as
she
they
has
get closer. Not
but
fully
she has
romantic yet.
not said it even in her head. Even Andy has not said, "Yo, I love this chick." It's just I need her to fall in love with me.
So it's
It'd
not
be
enough
like
just
me
to say
say
wanna bang.
it'd be like me early in like season 1 of Masamune's Revenge saying, "Oh yeah, this is definitely a romance right here," even though it definitely clearly is gonna be. It doesn't follow my rule because he didn't love her. He just needs her to fall in love with him so he could drop her. And Andy, he just needs her to fall in love with him so he can die.
But the way they're building up, the touching
I
moments,
think.
this
Hold
one
on, hold on.
shockingly,
I think it will eventually fall into my definition of a romance,
but not
and
yet.
it will be that heartbreak one because she'll realize she's in love, and then he'll die. As you know, is the plan. Obviously, I'm not writing this. I'm not drawing this. I don't know, but that's the way I
Okay.
think it would go.
Mm.
I have one more. This might be a little like a contradiction because I said I love office romance. I don't love school romance, but okay. 3D conjugal real girlfriend.
Really?
I love this show. I'm gonna tell
Really?
you
Ugh.
why. Yes. It put horror Mia to bed, bitch. And I
You really
stand
keep
on
trying
it.
to tell me that.
I
You
stand
really,
on it.
I
I'm gonna tell
watched the
you why.
entire first season of 3D Kanojo
And
just
listen,
to give her at least the benefit of the doubt. And hell no, Hori Mia crushes it.
listen, no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The
Not
reason
touching
I
this one.
love this
You
story
got
so
fight.
much, right? It's beautiful. Here you have a full-blown geek, but not just any geek, a geek who don't care about anything in the world but his fandom. He don't care that people don't like him. He, as a matter of fact, he despised the popular kids that go on just being just airheads, right? So here's the synopsis, right? He goes and he recorded a show last night. One of his favorite shows is a magical girl. Mind you, this guy loves magical girl. He's into magical girls. So he watched the show. He recorded it as he watched it, but he was like, you know, let me watch it again before I go to school.
Mhm.
He got so into it, he got to school late. Now, the rule of the school is when you get to school late, you got to clean the school pool. So he goes late. And so the teacher's like, okay, you got to clean the school pool. And then another student comes in and it's the popular girl and she's late. And she's like, all right, cool. So he's like, damn, I'm stuck with this bitch. She probably not going to do nothing. She probably not even going to clean shit. Oh, well, I was going to clean it anyway by myself. So he, puts his nose down on her, like, whatever. So now at the end of the school day, he goes to the pool to go clean it. Come to find out, Shorty already there. Shorty almost finished cleaning up half her side of the pool and said, okay, you can clean that side. He's like, nigga, don't tell me what to do. Like, you wasn't even supposed to be here. Like, why should I listen to you? And she was like, oh, she said something. I don't know. They going back and forth. So she gets wet and she decides she's gonna take off her shirt. No, I mean water splashes. Pool splashes on her, and she decides she's gonna take off her shirt. So he's like, "Oh, how dare you just feel like you could just take off your shirt like that, you slut?" So she was like, "Relax, calm down. I got an undershirt. What are you, a virgin or something?" And he was like, "I wouldn't expect you to understand anything about that because you are loose with it, whatever, whatever." So then she was like, "Oh yeah, because I forgot you motherfuckers like to keep your shit so you could become like gods and shit when you're 30, right?" The way they go back and forth with each other is hilarious. But then she's like, "Okay, so let's try going out," and that's how it starts. They go out within the first episode, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So we don't have to wait for a confession. No, we're trying this shit out. And believe it or not, we get to see the dynamic of two different people who have nothing in common but the fact that they purely just care about each other and they try their best to make it work. And even though he's socially awkward, he has no clue in what it is to care for somebody other than himself because he does fuck up on relationships with his friend at one point. And he realizes he has this self-awareness of things that he shouldn't do if he cares about somebody, not just his girlfriend, but just his friend. Like a lot of things come into question and things that wouldn't have come to question if he was by himself. But he starts realizing that, hey, I got people out there that I should really appreciate because I could be doing all this shit by myself, but I really got people. I've always had people. It just so happens I never saw them because I was so into myself thinking I'm better than everybody else because I have a hobby and I don't need anybody. Bitch, this is the show. Not only is this the show, it has 2 seasons. And I loved it. I fell for it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
He just starts so he's full on slut shame and incel, and it's slow. He takes a while to get brother.
Look, we have a show coming out in July that basically fixes Bray's major problem with this.
I know, but before you announce, I know the exact one you're going to announce. Man, I know, because you were going into that when I was just about to say, what's a similar premise but better? It was Dress Up Darling. And those go hand in hand.
Yes, they do go hand
2.5 and Dress Up Darling. So Dress Up Darling is, I'd say, one of my absolute favorite romances from the past few years. Absolutely exquisite. So cute between, again, a popular girl and
did they confess to each other?
Himself guy.
They did, right? They confessed to each other, right?
She, at the very least, it's super into him because I love that bit where he's a nice, great guy, and she falls hard, and it is adorable how into him she is.
The hotel scene, niggas. The whole
God. That should have been the last episode. I didn't need the fireworks. Shove the fireworks. That hotel scene.
Oh, you could shove something else.
Gorgeous, right? She wanted to. So cute. But in that same vein of Dress Up Darling, so this is cosplay rom-com. Like, I know we talked down and we wanted adults, but sometimes it's freaking cute even if they're high schoolers. And in that vein, Derby, please do proceed with 2.5.
Yeah, there's a show coming out. It should be slated for July of this year called 2.5 Dimensional Girlfriend. So one of the reasons I wanted to bring it up is the main character is similar to the main character from 3D Girlfriend. Because he starts off the same way. It's just the speed of his recovery from like incel piece of shit to we were wrong. That's not what he is.
What took 3D Girlfriend like 2/3 of a season took him 15 minutes in a conversation. Oh, my bad.
Oh, my bad.
I take that back. I was wrong.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it is the perfect fusion of, I'd say, 3D Girlfriend and My Dress Up Darling.
Okay.
Although this is also a good springing point to the other thing I wanted to talk about, which would be fan service Yay or nay. But before we get to that, I do have a quick bit of news to discuss since we're around at the half point.
Wait, hold on.
She's gonna do it.
Black Ramen's Anime Trivia Challenge book is now available on Amazon. We assembled over 500 manga, anime, and nerd-themed questions to test just how well you know your anime. We're not just talking about folks who can beat Goku. This trivia book hits on every genre, every publisher, and every Doki Doki Shoujo moment in anime history. You are welcome to crack our challenge open solo or play it as a drinking game with friends. We don't care. But we do want to know what your final score is. Check out the Amazon link in our link tree. If you buy the book and have fun, do us a favor and leave us a review to let us know how many points you got and your favorite section. If we get a good enough response, we just might make another one.
Hi all, welcome back. This is Sleepy Bree here with my latest anime tea.
Gunshots, that shit fire. I don't care what y'all say. Gunshots.
It's done? Okay.
I'm gonna do it again. Don't play with me.
Do not. As I was saying, we're gonna try to keep you guys informed of upcoming news, what's hot in the industry, what's going on. So you might have seen recently that new announcements came out about the merger between Funimation and Crunchyroll. So this merger started back in 2022 and it was supposed to be a slow phase out, as most of Funimation's list would get absorbed into Crunchyroll and Funimation would eventually go away. Finally, there is an official date letting you know this is the sunsetting of Funimation. That is the end. I believe that date is April 2nd, not April 1st. This is not a joke. April 2nd.
Is that why?
Yeah. So officially, Funimation will go away. I think probably over the last year and a half, you've seen a lot of new shows coming onto Crunchyroll. Well, new old shows. They put it in their new section, and but yeah, it is a bit of an issue.
Like how?
So that is Crunchyroll absorbing the list from Funimation. So if you have a Funimation account still, I don't know why. A lot of time has passed, but if you do, it will be automatically converted into a Crunchyroll account unless you cancel it. This also includes your subscription price will go up to the Crunchyroll price instead of the Funimation price.
And Crunchyroll
we don't. Price. They will. They inevitably will.
Today's price.
One thing that I think is a little bit of an issue is Funimation had this thing called digital copies. I think it's pretty much just owning, supposedly on a permanent basis, a copy of a digital DVD or Blu-ray. Normally, content available only on those formats. So if you had that on Funimation, it will no longer be supported. So I'm not even entirely sure what these digital copies are, but that's going to hurt a lot of people. And it is kind of the issue with a lot of digital stuff. I love manga reading apps and those types of manga and web comics. And often you pay per chapter, or if you buy a digital copy of a manga, but you have to use their platform, there's always the worry that if this platform goes away, can I still access the stuff I bought? It's not like these will let you get a free download or a separate PDF. A lot of digital content is locked to platforms that could go away at any time.
Yeah. I mean, you sign on to that when you say okay to the terms and conditions. I don't really own anything I buy here.
Right, even if they say you own it.
Yeah, I'm basically just renting it. So, all the games that I've downloaded from a PlayStation, if PlayStation decides to go kaput, that's it. Those are gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, digital copies. I like that. Because right now, say you have an N64 cartridge. You can still, if it works, plug that in and keep playing. If you have a physical copy, you're good. People do still sell, physical Blu-ray players. And you can still buy DVDs. So that is a little bit of a point in favor of buying physical copies of manga, physical copies of comics, physical copies of DVDs and such. Because if you own a copy, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
It is yours.
I mean, you might still need to figure out the hardware to play it on, but
right?
Because once that's outdated, that's outdated.
Yeah, but those will hopefully break a little slower and last a little longer. Because at least that's a little bit better than something Funimation shutting down and all your digital copies being lost.
Yeah.
But that it for my little bit of news. So if you still have a Funimation account, you can go to like help.funimation.com, look up the details of this merger, seeing what will happen to your queue, what will happen to your subscription, what will happen to your regular payments, and all that. So get your ducks in a row. It's officially going goodbye. So farewell to Funimation. You should
and
be
hopefully
watching.
Crunchyroll. Nice. Hopefully Crunchyroll gets all their actual videos over.
Yeah, so I wonder if that'll cause any trouble with watching things on Crunchyroll. Like, for example,
Probably.
delays or any tech difficulties while they're finishing the merger.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I want. This is what I want Crunchyroll to do. Whenever a title's about to come out, please try to put fucking Netflix, Prime, and Hulu on a chokehold and buy that shit. Because I'm not supposed to be watching Heavenly Delusion on another platform that's not Crunchyroll. Because at least it will survive a couple of months. Come on, we didn't even have a chance. There was another one, a supernatural one that was
Summertime Rendering?
Rendered? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was exquisite.
No one barely said anything about it because of where it was. So I hope Crunchyroll gets enough money because shit. Y'all got the coins. Y'all paying it, you know?
Yeah, they got the money.
Just grab it before Disney don't even care. They just want to have it just to have it. Like that's some grimy shit. Please save these animes. Please, please, please. Do us a favor.
There's still a show like stuck in Disney jail. Blue Orchestra, I think, is still stuck in there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at that.
Although speaking of Disney, Summertime Rendering, another great romance. If you want something where romance isn't the main line, there's still a lot of like intrigue and like fun happening. Not fun. I don't know if I can call it fun. No. It's a good show. It's a mystery, slight thriller with some romance undertones. Summertime Rendering is such a great one.
Beautiful, beautiful animation too.
Absolutely.
It's great. It's great. It's great. I love it. I loved it. Let me see.
Does bring us back around to my initial question. So, Derby, I believe you had the first answer. Fan service, yay or nay? Because I often see a lot of people saying, you know what, the fan service ruined X, Y, or Z.
I'm sorry to hear that about you. I don't know what to tell you about your life. Hey, I'm not gonna force you to watch.
I'm sorry, we love titties over here. I'm sorry.
Right? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a nice, circumference.
Like some jiggle physics that I'm supposed to be
jiggle
unhappy.
Physics,
Has there ever been a show where you felt like the fan service distracted from the show itself to the point where you did not want to watch anymore because you've just been annoyed?
I've never dropped a show because of the fan service. It's more the fan service couldn't save the show.
Is it always a plus?
Almost always, yeah. I would need an example. I would need somebody to hit me with an example where it wasn't. I've never.
The most common example people give is Fire Force. Patty, what about you?
Fire Force was fine.
Oh yeah, Fire Force, yeah. Because those uniforms didn't make sense.
Here's the thing: the reason I dropped it was one character that basically constantly ended up naked. It was one female character that basically. The rest were great. She was basically just the Gray Fullbuster for Fire Force. That's it. No one complained when Gray did it. Why are we complaining now? But hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I dropped Fire Force for a very different reason, and that's because the power scale made no sense. At one point in the season 1, he can stop time. Somehow, season 2, he's struggling against people who cannot stop time. It's the same reason I'm mad at JoJo in season 5.
Hey, don't talk trash about JoJo. Okay, Patty, so what about you? Fan service, yay or nay? Have you ever had a show that you dropped because the fan service bothered you?
Let me see.
Answer truthfully.
No, I don't think so. That's right. Protect the city, free the titty. That's it.
Okay, let me change the question. Has there ever been a show you did not recommend to someone because of the fan service?
That's a good question. No.
Right? Because that does change things.
I probably just put a disclaimer that, there's a bit of fan service, and I know you're not really heavy into that, so be forewarned.
I mean, if you know me and you're asking me for recommendations, you know where I'm going. So I don't have to give you a disclaimer. You know I'm a nasty bitch. So it's like, You know, for me to give you a disclaimer, it's probably like a newbie that's asking, "Hey, what can I get into?"
Ah,
You know, and I give them a safe one, like, "Yeah, Demon Slayer is okay." You can
or
get
just someone that I know. So, for
someone that I
example,
know.
earlier we were talking about 2.5. Like,
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, just Dress Up Darling. Dress Up
Yeah.
Darling has a bit of fan service, and if I know that you really hate fan service, but you love rom coms, I might still recommend it, and I would have to put that disclaimer: hey, just so you know, there's going to be some fan service in this. The overall story is good.
But it's not
The
a lot
overall
of
art,
fan service though, Derbs, right?
it's more just
We just had the
you
wet
just
titties
want
and
them
that
to
was it,
know.
right? That was it. We just had
There was some panty shots. There was the whole hotel scene.
first of all,
That wasn't fan service. That was art.
that was art. Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He, at the very least, is a creator, and a seamstress. So
Hey,
yes,
my
you
fault.
know,
My
we
mistake.
forget when she first showed the nigga the cosplay. He didn't even realize, he didn't even care that she had mad cleavage. He just said, "Who did that?
You fucked up this
Where
time.
you get these measurements?"
Yeah,
You
he
just
went
went
straight
on
from "there's a
and on.
naked girl behind me" to "what have you done with those seams, bitch?"
Exactly. That's what Darling was so
Yeah,
refreshing. It was good. It was good.
yeah,
Top of that Maybelline
I
episode.
would give somebody a disclaimer just to let them know, like, especially if I know you don't like this.
Mhm.
Why would I let you? It'd be like if I'm telling Bray to watch something, I'd be like, hey, just know this is an isekai. There's some power fantasy stuff here. And just keep it in mind. But the rest of it is great. So look
But there are
past
sometimes, okay, first, before I get myself in the corner, I love fan service, but there are sometimes I hesitate to recommend some stuff because of it. So, top of my list, Black Butler. Really heavy
There's
fan
fan
service, especially
service in
early.
Black Butler. What's fan service? Is that the ankles? Like
No,
what?
you don't remember the corset scene? Little CL moaning
Oh.
as Sebastian gets him from behind.
Oh, yeah.
Every time they're kneeling down, slowly slipping a
Yeah.
sock over his
I
calf.
hold
And
on.
I'm
I
like,
think
but it's a great show.
yeah. I don't
It's a
think that the
great
fan
Victorian
service.
supernatural
That's
mystery.
not fan
I don't
service.
think the
That's
fan
a
service
butler
has
doing his
breaking that.
duty.
I think it's having the same problem that Jobless has. It's just the age discrepancy.
Yeah,
It's the
that's what
age,
it is.
not the fan service.
Yeah.
Because if
But
it
then
was
that's
like two adult men doing that, you'd
that's
recommend
fan
it in a
service.
heartbeat.
That's fan service.
But yeah, here
But
you go. Watch away.
but but Bree's stance. When you enter demon fucking territory, all goes. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much.
If you have bigger
Did you
issues
get
at play,
Yeah, she did.
if
She
you have
definitely
bigger
did.
issues at play, I will
We'll have her
forgive more in the same situation. So if it's just regular slice of life and it's like a massive age gap between a 10-year-old and like a 25-year-old, absolutely not.
stallion.
But if one of them is a murderer,
Yes.
that changes things. Now we're in
Okay.
toxic territory and the rules are different. If one of them is a 12-year-old girl and the other one is a 500-year-old like beast,
Mm-hmm.
it changes things. We have to reconsider our priorities. So some things I consider worse than it, or than the age issue is, for example, murder, bestiality. Once we get to certain levels, it's the same reason people aren't that mad at immortal vampires hitting on the 16-year-olds.
Anybody say people not that mad? You not that mad.
I'm not that mad at all.
See?
I'm not that mad at all. Monster fuckers win.
Monster fuckers win. See,
But there are cases. So another one I might hesitate to recommend is, for example, Kill a Kill or No Game No Life.
No Game No Life is a little tough.
Now you get so even excluding the little sister, even
But that's why it's a little tough.
The little sister.
Yeah.
No, once you exclude
Really?
that,
If it wasn't
easy.
for the little sister?
If it wasn't for the little sister, easy recommendation. And you still have to put that disclaimer for people who don't like it, but if I know you're into it, enjoy.
Yeah.
The little sister part is the one that gets to eat.
What about Kill a Kill then?
I didn't like Kill a Kill. You notice.
You shut your filthy mouth. Ugh.
What's the girl that has the uniform and she be getting filled up on?
Ma'am.
With the strings?
Ryuko Matoi. Yes, and her sister. No, you might be thinking of her sister. Kiryu Satsuki. The white uniform or the black one?
The way she just described, like half of
Half
all
the
anime. Like the girl
yeah.
with the uniform, and she got felt up on all of them.
What is it? It's not a cop. Wait, it's Kill la Kill or a
Yeah, it's
common
Kill la
got killed?
Kill.
It's Kill la
Kill
Kill.
la
Yeah,
Kill.
yeah, that's it. I always
It
get
could
them
be prison
confused.
school.
Kill la Kill
I
and
don't
common.
know.
Prison school crazy. Prison
They
school
wear
fan
uniforms. They
service
get felt up on.
is
But the issue with
crazy.
prison school is it's only fan service. I love
Yeah.
the fan service, but I need plot with it. So that's the same mangaka who did Raw Hero, and I was so pissed with Raw Hero because it always went far, but never far enough. If you're not going to cross the line, don't approach the line and then change the subject.
Right on the line.
Oh, it was so frustrating.
Not
even frustrating like that. I was
deep throat
annoyed.
an actual banana. Why? Because
Deep throat, but actual banana. Wow. Wow.
Raw Hero was crazy.
That's crazy. It sounds crazy. You know what? I forgot the honorable mention. Honorable mention. Can I do that? An honorable mention?
Yeah, for which part? Good romances or good fan service?
Good romance.
Mm.
And again, it's a contradictory because I said I love office romance. These are kids. My Little Monster. Y'all seen it?
Is that the one with the elementary schooler?
No. So okay, so it's high schoolers, right? One girl, she's addicted to studying. And there's a guy in the class who's known to be like, the vagabond, the roughneck or whatever. And he's always passing. Like it just comes natural to him. And she wants to be number one in the school. And she's like, who's number one? Who's this in the list? Why am I always number two? When she finds out it's the dude that barely is up. Nigga always sleeping in class, but he always passing.
Look, you get the best sleep in class. I recommend you students, if you're listening, pay attention.
Do not listen to him. Oh, okay.
I'm recommending.
No,
wow.
do listen to that. Sorry. Did not trust you to say the right thing.
No, but it'd be a good nap.
It'd be a great nap. You felt like you slept 2 periods. You'd be like, well, lunch already? Yeah.
That's what's up.
Gotta wait, make sure there's no. But yeah, so she is so intrigued by how this guy does never studies that she starts talking to him and says, so what's your technique? How do you? She's like, what technique, bitch? I just go to shoot. I just show up. I just know these things. I like to read books. She's like, you read books? You don't look like you read. So he feels a little offended because he's like, oh, like, bitch, I can't read. So they end up having a relationship which does not make sense because she feels like she's competing with him when he's like, yo, this can't be life. There's more to it than just trying to be number one. Like, I want to go out and feel things. I want to do things. I don't want to follow the trend. I want to do what's in my heart. So now she questions, what's the purpose of going to school and being number one if you're not doing it with the people that you care about or just having great experiences around people that care about you. So she starts rethinking everything, but it's just an amazing love story. So she's like, I'm taming him. This is my monster. You do it as I say. So that's why it's called My Little Monster. But in all actuality, her heart gets tamed by him. And it's cool. It's cool. She's a cool-hearted bitch. She reminds me of Brie all the time.
Oh, I thank you.
I watch this. I watched this shit like 3 times. This shit is fire. I love Little Monster. It's really a good. There's one scene in there that I probably should not like, but I do. Like, he pins her to a corner and she's like, yo, you adolescent bitch. I don't want to talk to you no more. He's like, we gotta talk. He said, I don't want to talk to you no more. He said, you move, I will rape you. Dang. And that's what he says. And she's like, and he's like, no, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. But then she's like, we don't condone that, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a joke. This is a poor joke. But I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, I shouldn't have pointed that out. Scratch that.
Sometimes it just hits different in anime. We allow things.
It does hit different. No, you allow it because there's a lot of things that you say it's okay.
I'm sorry. Weren't you just praising it? I could have sworn my ears just heard you praising it.
I didn't praise it. I just did the eyebrow thing. I just did the rock. I didn't praise it. But yeah, that's a good. This is a good romance. But there's one romance story that's toxic as hell, and I hate it. I forgot the name of it.
Domestic Girlfriend?
No, that's another shit show too. That's another shit show too, but we don't talk about it. It
That
is a
OP
shit
slap.
show.
No.
The OP slap. The OP slap, and it
I
doesn't
did
need to
finish
slap
Domestic
like that.
Girlfriend. It was interesting. I could never actually recommend it to anyone.
I would never recommend it to anybody that's alive. I'm sorry. This is terrible.
If you enjoy toxicity, have
This is
fun.
a whole nother range of toxicity. Like I never knew whoever wrote this, you was on some shit. You was sniffing cocaine out of somebody's ass crack because this right here don't make no sense. Like this is terrible. But there's one where this guy treats this girl like shit. Like
The Wolf and the what is it? Is it the Wolf and the Prince? The Prince of the
yes.
Wolf?
Yes.
The Wolf Prince, whatever the title is.
The wolf trash, whatever that shit is. I
See, that's the
cannot take
kind.
it.
That's the kind I don't mess around with anymore. I can't. I'm too old for that now.
Me too.
Like if you're just in the mood for something toxic, that's fair. But now I get tired. I get tired, and it's never really satisfying when it's like, here's redemption, and now we're good, and everything's lovely. It's like, no, I want you to wreck him and move on to someone better.
Yeah.
Or the reversal. That's more satisfying to me. When you don't get back with the guy who treated you like crap.
It was Wolf Girl and Black Prince.
There it is.
But wasn't it like her fault? Ain't she
a lot
like
of things are
somewhat blackmail him into do it? Well, not blackmail, but like pressure him into doing it. She was faking it.
Listen, I wish I could fake watching this. This definitely disappointed me. But you want to know another one that was? Oh man, now I forgot. The title was right there. Oh, there. Wait, no, that's not it. Hold on.
Signs Fell in Love, maybe. Because
that was good too.
That was so fun.
That was good. That was good. Oh no! Yes, an honorable mention. Another one that we love, and we never even said anything. Shout out to Valentine's Day for real. The one with the girl looks like the scary movie girl with the long hair.
Oh my god, Kimi no Todoke is coming back. Oh my god, is it back already? Thank you, Patty. So that's from me to you. Kimi no Todoke season 1 has been on Netflix forever, it feels like. And for the first time in so long, season 2 has come back. It is the softest, sweetest.
It don't feel like a kid anime though. It don't feel like a high school thing. I feel like
it feels like the perfect embodiment of it. Because I normally hate this kind of like flatly nice girl main character, but some is just so cute about her. She pulls it off. Just like empty-headed. I want everyone. Just like I want friends so much, and I look forward to having friends. And I'm gonna like support and back up my friends. I'm gonna crush on this guy, but my new friend also likes this guy. But it's okay. I'm gonna do my best. We're now like buddies in love and rivals in love. Meanwhile, this other bitch is trying to like shank her behind the bath. Randomly, does not actually happen, but she's trying to stab her in the back like all the time.
She is trying, but
our main character just like overcomes everything with the power of nice and fuzziness.
Yeah,
it's adorable. I highly recommend Kimi ni Todoke. There's also a live action J drama for it.
Yes, and I love it. But another romance anime that another one, ain't it? Another one that we've been watching that none of y'all mentioned. Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp.
Nah, I can't recommend that one. I can't.
That's not romance?
It is. Oh, it's fully romance. It's fully romance, but you see, my issue is it has not given me a satisfactory explanation for why this guy was such a dick. So what happens in this life is like she was the villainess in her first life, then she burned to death at a stake. She woke up in modern day, decided to like redeem herself, became a doctor, died again after becoming a doctor, and went back to relive her first life. But for some reason, her love interest is the same guy that as she was burning to death at the stake, stood there in front of the pyre saying, "It's all your fault, bitch. Die. Your family died because of you. Everyone died because of you. Everyone hates you." I'm like, what the hell did she do for him to be that salty?
No, she broke down and said why. When she was growing up, because they were already how you say it? Betrothed?
Yeah.
They was already betrothed from day one. So growing up, she was always a menace to him.
Yeah, but
we saw the flashback. She followed him around behind saying like, "Hey, I bought this favorite thing you like. Oh, I made this meal for you. Oh, I got these." She had puppy love for him hard and tried to please him at every turn. She was bratty, but bratty is not enough that as I burn to death at the stake, you say it's your fault and everyone you loved is dead because of you. When later it showed that everyone, at least as far as it showed so far, like some of her family died from a plague, not her fault. Some of her family died at war, also not her fault. Why was this man so salty? Until you give me an explanation for why he was such a dick, I'm not rooting for this romance. Every second I see it on screen, I'm annoyed because suddenly, yeah, he doesn't know how bad he treated her in the last life. But now suddenly he can just flip his switch like, this girl's pretty cool. No.
I'm watching it to make sure she don't take him back.
She's going to take him back.
See the medical technology advance.
She's a genius.
I'm watching for the isekai power fantasy.
She's a genius. I love her. But I
don't support like returning to my old life rebirth novels or stories if they go back to a person who treated them badly. Absolutely
I don't like that shit either.
Absolutely not. They can get back on good terms, like shake hands, we're cool now, but you don't get back with the person who treated you like shit. They were betrothed from young, and he always gave her the cold shoulder, always ignored her, always turned his back. Again, as she burned to death. Do you know how much burning hurts? It's a lot. I burned my finger on some tea once the other day. It hurts a lot. As she burns to death. Saying you deserve it. No. They better give me a darn good explanation. And until it does, I cannot root for this romance.
Yeah, nobody want to be Joan of Arc.
Right?
Nobody need a whole scene of her basically
torturing puppies or something.
I was gonna say doing what the world government used to do to poor people in One Piece, just burning a whole village.
Yeah, I need her to have killed someone.
I need plenty of people to have died.
Oh, just one more. Last one. And this is, I don't care what anybody says. This is my romance. Mr. Villain's Day Off because I fell in love with this man. I don't care what anybody says. This guy has stolen all the
clearly not a romance
in my heart because the way he's just living his day off as any other day, just looking at pastries, eating the best food, looking at the cutest pandas, just having the cutest, just eating the best little, he saw the panda thing. He was like, oh, I don't want to eat it. Let me build up my courage to eat. I think it was like a burrito or something.
It was like a Chinese bun. But
there were so many. There were also some cookies he didn't want to eat. Because after he bought it, it's I can't eat this.
I can't. It's too cute.
Adorable.
It was hilarious how he built up. He said, I'm going to try the pork bun, the plain pork bun. Then I'm going to come back and try this bun and this bun. When he finally said, today is the day, he went in the store. You knew something was up because the regular shorty that's behind the counter wasn't there. You knew something was up because something bad was about to happen. Because if she's not there, it can't be the best experience. When he got there, he said, I'm sorry, sir. It was a limited time offer. It was done. The promotion is done. Crazy. And I love how homie, the other dude, the ear hustler, who was like, I want to try that too. Whenever the store lady, the store clerk is recommending him some treats, some mango, whatever. And he's like, oh, I know I don't want to be nosy and listen. But you know what? I want to try both of those too. I love it. This is the experience of shopping should be everywhere. If there wasn't Karen's, I think stores would be like that. I wish we had more of those stores like that, those 7-Elevens that they have in Japan. It's not really a 7-Eleven.
But 7-Elevens, a lot of them.
Fully a 7-Eleven. It's just better.
Yeah, there's a spot to heat up your ramen you eat in the corner. Yeah. Man, it'd be nice. It'd be a whole different place.
They're not paying the workers enough, so...
That's true. Yeah.
I think we are officially rambling.
Yeah, that was a good place to end it because you know what? The truest love is treating yourself. And Mr. Villain's Day Off teaches us all that.
That is so true. That is so true. Shout out to Bree. Hold on.
Right? So if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day yet, take the day off. Take yourself to the movies. Get yourself something nice. Turn your phone off. Don't talk to work. Don't talk to toxic people in your life. It's time to love you. Have yourself a villain day off.
Yeah. Peace.